I'm pretty good at starting things, but I'm not very good at sticking with them. Back in January, I decided that this would finally be the year I lost weight. For the first few days, I followed my diet and worked out really hard, but before even a week had passed, I was back to my old routine. I thought working out alone might be the problem, so last month I signed up for yoga, hoping the people around me would motivate me. The yoga studio was running a promotion where I could get an extra month free if I signed up for 3 months, so I went for it. But I actually attended for only about a week. If I had known this would happen, I would have just signed up for 1 month. Why do I always give up so easily?
Annie, maybe the problem isn't a lack of willpower. You had plenty of motivation when you started. Maybe what's difficult for you is keeping that motivation alive for weeks, months, or sometimes even years. To reach our goals, we have to keep taking action, even when we don't see any immediate results. And we have to endure the difficult and boring parts until the end. But motivation fades easily. At first, we think, this time I'm really going to make it. But over time, we start wondering, do I really need to try this hard?
That's exactly what happens to me. I work really hard at first, but eventually I lose interest and give up.
But some people just refuse to give up. They keep going when things get difficult, and they start again after they fail. When we see people like that, we sometimes say they're fiercely determined. But fierce determination is not a direct factor in success. What matters more directly for success is persistence and endurance. What fierce determination does is help keep that persistence and endurance from falling apart. So where does that fierce determination come from? There can be many reasons, but one of the most powerful sources is a sense of unfairness. Imagine that someone disrespects you, treats you unfairly, or takes away something you rightfully deserve. You might look at the situation and think, this is wrong, and that judgment can trigger anger. Anger at unfairness is not necessarily a bad emotion. It can be a sign that we refuse to accept injustice as normal. But not everyone feels anger in response to unfairness. Someone who believes they cannot change anything about it may simply accept unfair treatment. Instead of getting angry, they may respond by feeling sad, blaming themselves, or thinking that's just how life is. But someone who recognizes their own worth and rights may think, I don't deserve to be treated like this. And another thought can grow out of that anger. Someday, I'm going to make this right. That thought can become the starting point of fierce determination. Sometimes that determination is fueled by revenge. I'll pay them back for what they did. Sometimes it is fueled by the desire to prove that they were wrong to underestimate you. Rocky Balboa in the movie Rocky is a good example. He gets the chance to fight the world heavyweight champion, even though he knows he is very unlikely to win. Still, he trains like crazy. His goal is not simply to win. He wants to go the distance and prove something to himself. I'm not a nobody. So, does Rocky win in the end? No, he loses the fight, but he goes the distance. Fierce determination does not guarantee victory. No matter how strong it is, we can still fail. But it can carry us past the point where we would normally give up and keep us moving forward. The real power of fierce determination is that it keeps us from stopping.
So, if I want to lose weight, should I find something to get angry about?
That's a bit of a risky conclusion. Fierce determination is only one of many fuels that can sustain persistence and endurance. To keep our system running, some people use curiosity as fuel. Some use love or responsibility, and some use hope for their future. And some people keep going by telling themselves, just watch me, I'm not stopping here. The fuel that keeps us going can be different for each of us, and you do not need fierce determination in order to succeed. What matters is knowing what keeps you moving all the way to the end. A gasoline car needs gasoline, and an electric car needs electricity. Sometimes the power to keep going matters more than the power to start. Get better, not just feel better. This was LifeCodec. See you in the next patch.